Okay, here is my speedrun of the Excel Esports case. I am left-handed, right? First one is a lookup, and conveniently, the case author gave us the table already, right? So I'm gonna X lookup this on the table, returning the name, right? And then the table returning what? The foot dominance is the first one. All right, and this is the same thing, except instead of foot dominance, I want the year they were born, right? So estimated birth year, and this, I just subtract 2024 minus this. It's not really how ages work, but close enough. Now we got to flip sides, so let's grab all these and say, you know, that one is this one is that one. So that's going to be a lookup table for me. Let's do this lookup again here. But instead of on estimated birth year, let's just go ahead and get everything. Because I need not everything, but on the data, right? So I need all the data. So now concat X lookup all of this on here, returning here. That should be, yeah, the flips for everything. Here, it says in the instructions that everybody is left-handed. So I'm literally just looking up this and returning on this is all I'm doing for this case, for this level, right? Didn't put that in the right place. All right, this we got to do some sorting. So the correct sort order according to the instructions is name, birth year, and field, right? And do what this, I see there's 47 of them, right? So what older is, so it's either older or younger, right? So older or younger, older is going to be -1, younger is going to be +1. So now it's X lookup this person here on sequence 47. Right, so they're 3, right? So that plus, you know, X lookup this on here, returning here. I mean, I should probably use an if, but I don't know, why not? So that plus this, right? So now X lookup that on sequence 47, returning these names here. Okay, so for genetic decay, probably need to know a couple things about a person that I'm going to take from their data table. I need to know their threshold, right? Which is based on this stuff. So according to the instructions, the right-eyed people are 7 and the left-eyed people are 3. And then, so, you know, if I look up this person's eye dominance is which one? The last one. I look up their eye dominance to get their threshold. Now I should have all I need, right? So the year then is their birth year plus 21 plus some number of years, right? That it takes to get to the threshold divided by the starting point, right? So that law, we're going to multiply that by, you know, 1.1 over and over again, right? So it's just that with a log, 1.1 is the base, right? So it's that, and then it's got to go to the end of the year. So do ceiling on that. And this is just the same thing, but for multiple people, right? So X text split that by the pipe is the delimiter there. Now we got to look up on this person's name here. Let's look up. I'm gonna have to lock this table now since I'm doing it like this. This formula here is the same, except I'm not looking for their birth year anymore. So I get rid of that. But I do want their ages, right? This matches the example. So now for the answer, it is concatenate the left of these, right? So the first initial of this, but with a sort by, right? So sort by their letters, right? That's what's going to get sorted by their ages. So that should be the first part of that, and it is. And then gonna add in a dash, and we're gonna add in the ceiling rounded average, right? According to the instructions, you round up of this stuff here. It looks right. Let's see if we made any mistakes. 1,000 points so far. All right, so from the field of fiction, who has the lowest genetic decay? Well, it's only 2, and it's got to be Link Zelda. How many left occurrences are there total? So, gonna look at this whole thing by a frequency table. For some reason, one of them is lowercase, so I don't know. My frequency table is case sensitive, but there, that fixes the lowercase problem here. So I just need to know which of these are left, right? Which is this group. XLOOKUP maybe not the smartest way to do this, but I don't know. It's I just use XLOOKUP for everything. So it is the total of these is 96. All right, least frequent language appear in the table, right? So I need to know the languages of all of these. So what? I'm going to do that like this is that, and then this is that. So if I look up this on here, returning here. So now to add these two languages together, right? I just do like this, right? And that's the language, right? The least of those is 20. Only letter that does not appear. Well, look, here's my letters. So, it's a count substring, certainly, of the level 5 answers, which are here. So I'm gonna, concatenate these. I'm gonna keep this locked. I'm gonna keep it totally locked, not just half locked, please. That's the first half of it. And then the next part of it is just looking for the substring, which is the letter. One of these is 0, and it's letter Q. Finally, what if we did level 6 for everybody? Who is the greatest age, right? So now everybody, right, is just in my table, right? So table name, and I do this. Well, I got to put 1 hard-coded, right? Like that. Now I do a what if table based on that person. And then the maximum of all these is 2056. 2056. Boom. Stop. Thank you for watching. Bye.